Welcome back. Here we are, back on the most boring place in all of Star Wars. Okay, so you have two options to choose from here. You can either go to the computer console and shut down every single droid, or you could go gung-ho and destroy them all. I personally just destroy them all just because I think you get more experience that way, and I mean, who wouldn't want to? It's fun. Oh, and I do have another mod installed by Kexikus. It's a backdrop improvement, and it actually includes these asteroids, which I find really neat. And up there is Kotor II with the exposed core. But of course, we're not supposed to know what that is. So easy to destroy them all. And I think that was all of them. Yeah, it was. But if you didn't want to do that, you just come up here and look for the control override switch and activate it. It was already deactivated anyway, and you don't get experience points if you've already killed all the droids, but you do get some.
Beyond this door, someone yet lives. Be mindful. His thoughts are difficult to read. But you have nothing to fear from this one. And he might yet prove useful.
Nice outfit. What, you miners change regulation uniform while I've been in here?
Who are you?
Atton Rand. Excuse me if I don't shake hands. The field only causes mild electrical burns.
Care to explain why you're locked up?
Security claimed I violated some trumped-up regulation or another. Take it up with them if you want. But they stopped listening to me shortly before they stopped feeding me. Now that's criminal.
What is this place?
Oh, you mean you didn't come here on purpose? I'm shocked. I really am. This slice of paradise is the Kotor mining facility, the only supplier of shipping-grade engine fuel to this corner of the galaxy. Kotor fuel plays havoc with engines, but it gets the job done. As long as you don't mind the toxic byproducts and trying to mine it without blowing yourself up.
Blowing yourself up?
Yeah, this asteroid belt is one giant minefield. One proton torpedo, even a stray blaster shot, can start an explosion that'll make the one that shattered Kotor II look like a kid's pop detonator.
How big of an explosion are we talking about?
You know the planet with the exposed core you saw flying in? That hole was caused by the first mining station that tried to siphon fuel off the planet. Blew a whole chunk out of the planet and set it drifting out here in a big clump of fuel-cooled asteroids. So the miners drill the asteroids now, not the planet's surface. That's why they don't allow blasters here. Can't trust a miner jumped up on Juma Juice not to fire one stray shot that'll turn the entire colony into a thermal detonator.
This facility just deserted. What happened?
You mean before or after that Jedi showed up? Either way, it's a real short story. You see, this Jedi shows up, and you know what that means. Where there's one Jedi, the Republic will soon be crawling up your ion engine in no time. But the story gets better. See, some of the miners get it into their ferrocrete skulls that since the Jedi's unconscious, they can collect the bounty the exchange has posted for live Jedi. Well, what passes for the law here didn't like that idea. So the two groups started fighting. Then there was some big explosion, and then I was sitting here for a long time, waiting for some half-naked miner to show up and ask a bunch of questions.
There's a bounty on captured Jedi?
Don't know much about it. Maybe the exchange wants one as a trophy, or somebody's got something against Jedi and is looking to collect. Not many Jedi left. Wouldn't surprise me if the bounty's pretty high.
Not many Jedi left? What happened to them?
The ones that weren't killed in the Jedi Civil War ended up switching off the lightsabers long ago. Word is there's not even a Jedi Council anymore, but who knows?
I've heard rumors, but a war between the Jedi?
Yeah, Revan, Malak, and the Jedi that went to join them in the Mandalorian Wars. They turned against the other Jedi and had a scrap that almost laid waste to the galaxy. Where have you been?
I've been away since the Mandalorian Wars.
Well, I wasn't there, but like all Sith, Revan and Malak turned on each other. After they turned on the Jedi, of course.
Okay, so right here, this determines what path you set in Kotor 1. So, the rumors I heard were that Revan defeated Malak and then went to Korriban. That's Revan going to the dark side. I was led to believe that Revan saved the Jedi. That's the light side version. This one right here, these two set Revan as the canon. Of course, he's male and he went to the light side. So we're gonna go light side.
I guess. There's rumors all over space about it. All I heard was Revan returned to pay Malak back for trying to kill her in the first place. You know, women.
And this one decides if Revan's a male or a female. Depending on which you pick, you either get Karth as a romance or Bastila as a romance.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I just hoped Revan was a woman.
I have some more questions for you.
Look, no offense or anything, but your weird half-naked interrogation isn't my idea. Hey, wait a minute. You're that Jedi the miners were talking about. Where is everybody?
I don't know. This facility seems abandoned.
The miners can't all be gone. But if they are... Look, hey, let me out and I can help you. I can. I've gotten out of trouble countless times.
Tell me your plan and we can go from there.
This facility isn't a military installation, which means we may have a chance. You shut down the cell security field and I can reroute the emergency system so we can get to the hangars. We grab a ship and then we fly out of here.
One thing first. The patients in the medical bay were killed by a lethal dose of sedatives. Know anything about that?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Never mind. Just checking.
So you done interrogating me, or are we gonna work together and try to get out of this mess?
I trust you. And if we work together, we may be able to get out of this mess.
Great. Now to business. Let's get to the command console.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, here we are. Now this console is set on automatic hail. You may have heard it when you came in. The asteroid drift charts are constantly being updated, so it sends out a transmission to incoming vessels so they don't get crushed into space dust. The hail warns them to keep their distance until orbital drift charts are transmitted, and then provides docking instructions to incoming ships, usually freighters. Thing is, you can bounce that same transmission back to the comm here, and suddenly you've got access to the communication system from the inside. Pure pizzazz. The console's ours. Now, all we need to do is reactivate the turbo lifts, cancel the emergency lockdown, and... Hey!
What's wrong?
This system's been severed from the main hub, after it was locked down from remote. You can't even reroute the system, it's been cut clean.
That wouldn't be standard procedure in an emergency lockdown.
No. Someone tried to lock down this whole level tight, and leave us here. Trapped.
Is there anything else we can do with the console?
I doubt it. All we have is communications back. For all the good trying to shout in a vacuum will do us.
Well, let's try and see if we can contact someone. How about the miners?
We could try. But if the miners were trying to trap you up here and probably kill you, why not call them and chat? I don't think a friendly call is going to wake them up.
Let's see if we can try it.
Be my guest. Not much else we can do. The comm's all yours.
And a first other hit of lightsaber points, and you treat them with kindness, they'll genuinely like you. Some, if you are the absolute meanest, they will like you. And just play to your strengths and see what you can get. Some people are going to hate you, some people are going to like you. Atton's one of the few that's... it doesn't really care. He goes either way. So... and we're not actually going to listen to the administration logs, because it's really just the same backstory we heard in the last episode. So, go to comm systems... Hey, T3! Are you operational? We're trapped up on the administration level. Can you unlock the turbo lifts? Is there some other way out of here besides the turbo lifts? I'd rather risk it than be trapped up here. So now we get T3 as our first official party member, even though we can't switch between the two because they're on different levels. Alright, so we're gonna go in here first. Okay, so this Droid Shock Arm is literally like Force Lightning. Well, it's like Shock, but it's infinite, and it's T3's version of it. It is insanely powerful. And 34 credits. Not bad. I mean, you really can't buy anything with it, but it's a start. Yeah, credits are so easy to come by in this game, it's not even funny. You either win them in Pizak, do some nice tricks or for rewards, and just watch it come on. Come on, T3. So we get a droid ion blast. And the Ion Striker. The Ion Striker is good because it can disable shields outright. Like, so if you have any enemies with a shield, just use this and the shields will be gone. And yeah, we get to actually read the data pads now versus having to go to the items and actually check them, but we're not going to read them. They're honestly pointless. And, oh, notice we don't have our armor. It's actually in a really secure place, and we needed to come this way first to get to it because that place has all of our stuff. Well, it's a good thing we equipped that Ion Striker. And that was the Ion Blast. It can actually disable droids, so... Sonic detonators. And there's 3CFD, and we can't fix him now, so... Yep, there's that flamethrower I told you all about. Now we can actually use it. Computer spikes. And there she is, all fixed up. So basically, this console was kind of destroyed, and we're gonna help fix it. Alright, no logs, because I find those boring. So we're gonna access the commands, run a diagnostic. So, access to the Paragus emergency subsystems have been rerouted to a fuel depot terminal, and the connecting circuits have been burned out with a mining laser, so we can't access it from here. So we actually have to go to the fuel depot and actually use it. So, first off, let's see if we can actually get to the hangar. And the conduit has been removed. So we actually have to find the original... conduit to open the blast door. So we're going to open the blast door to the fuel depot and go open up the mining tunnels. More droids. Oh, that sucked. Alrighty. Come on, T3, there you go. Yeah. T3 is so much more usable in this game than he was in the first. And you actually want to take him along, because he's such a cool party member to be with. Welcome to the fuel depot. The upper part of it. So we can't access this containment field yet. We have to, you have to wait on that. So yeah, there's no way to actually get around this force field. It will always stay active. As we will find out here. So first off... metal case. And that's the area we were at before. And there's the force field I was talking about. So yeah, we can't open it even if the lockdown is cancelled. So literally everyone in the facility is cut off from the hangar bay. There's no way to get out. So... exit emergency lockdown. Someone has sliced the fuel depot computers and created a phantom fuel leak, so... Literally, this blast was a ruse. It wasn't a natural one. So we're going to open the emergency hatch to the Paragus administration level. Alright, there we go, and I shall see you all on the next part. Tune in next time for episode 4.